I definitely wish I applied sooner because it would allow me to have more experiences regarding tutoring. But also the reason why I didn't apply sooner was because I was actually waiting for another volunteer program to reply back. Hey guys, it's Sean and welcome back to this channel. In this video, I'll be talking about my reflection on junior year so far. In terms of academics, as you've seen from my previous videos, my semester was online this time, and so that meant that I pretty much had all remote classes, whether that was on Zoom or whether I had to actually do the lectures on my own. And pretty much like last semester where my classes went from in-person to online, I did pretty well in all my classes, which is always a good thing. And now ever since last semester, I'm starting to get the consistent grades I need that are more near 4.0. So of course that's very good because medical school is very competitive, so obviously you always want to get the best grades as possible. In each semester as well, I was able to hone down my studying strategies even more. I definitely still remember freshman year where it was definitely difficult for me to see what study strategies work for me. But now, especially for this past semester, I was able to have better active learning strategies such as doing practice problems for physics and then redrawing my organizers for genetics, where I also doing practice problems as well. And all my classes I picked I liked a lot, and of course it's very important to pick classes that you like so that you can actually see well in them. But class I really liked a lot was genetics, and this was even a requirement for my major, and throughout research genetics showed up in the MCAT quite a little bit, and also saw that some medical schools recommended genetics, so that was another reason why I wanted to take this class. And there was some really fascinating topics as well, like the CRISPR-Cas system, recombinant technology, and genomic editing. So in terms of my extracurriculars, I was really happy about them. So currently for maps, I am the co-treasurer, and I was just really happy with the amount of people that came to each meeting, and also I was just really surprised at how I quickly adjusted to the treasurer position, because I actually never was a treasurer sort of position in high school or any previous stage, and I'm just really excited what possible events we could do next semester, even though it's virtual. And also I'm especially really excited for when we're back in person. So next we have LSEMP, which pretty much stands for Lewis Stokes Alliance Minority Participation, and it basically helps students to get more research opportunities. And basically you have to go to a few mandatory events in order to, of course, remain in the program, but also be eligible for many stipends that you could apply for, whether it's for funding for research or actually receiving a stipend. And currently I actually applied for one of these stipends, and I'm still awaiting the decision. So that's pretty much what's happening right now regarding LSEMP. And then regarding research, I'm really liking what I'm doing so far with research. I was able to learn a lot of terminology while conducting research. And usually what I was doing throughout the semester virtually is doing a lot of data analysis, whether it was beta quantification, calculating the distance of a duck, or measuring the accuracy of a pancreas area. And lastly, the people I've been working with in research have been really supportive, whether I need a question or I need help with something I was doing regarding research. So next, if you saw my week in the life of a college student online, you would have saw that I was doing a volunteer program called COVE, which stands for Community of Volunteer Educators. And I definitely wish I applied sooner because it would allow me to have more experiences regarding tutoring. But also the reason why I didn't apply sooner was because I was actually waiting for another volunteer program to reply back, but they didn't reply back after months, so that's why I went and applied for COVE's volunteer program. And as I said before, the experience is great, and it's basically just about you getting a match with a student, and you basically tutor them on any subject that you're interested in, and obviously a subject that they need help with. And I thought it was gonna be difficult adjusting to tutoring another student since I haven't really tutored that much in the past, but luckily it was just very stress-free and very low management. And the reward experience was that I was able to help a student get better at a subject that they needed to improve on, and that just made me really happy, whether they get a question right or whether they actually get what I'm trying to tutor. And lastly, towards the end of the semester, I was able to volunteer a little bit for a hospital nearby my home. And I wish I applied sooner because I sort of forgot through my previous hospital volunteer experience that the application takes a little bit longer to process through and to actually get accepted. So actually, I applied around the beginning of October to the middle of October, and I just started volunteering like 2 weeks ago. And I think it was more interactive than the previous volunteer experience as I was a patient transporter. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory what I do as a patient transporter, so I won't really explain it here. And of course, the hospital is doing a lot of safety measures for volunteers to make sure that they're staying safe and that they're not in any close contact with anyone that is getting sick. And in terms of plans for the upcoming semester, currently I'm going to take system physiology, organic chemistry lab, contemporary health issues, U.S. labor work and studies, and theater appreciation. Now, from the schedule, I'm mostly going to focus on the first two courses, especially systems, just because I really want to make sure I'm doing well in that class, and that's more of a memorization heavy class. But I'm definitely also going to focus on organic chemistry lab, just because from what I heard of a lot of students, is very time consuming, so I know I have to make sure to be on top of my work. And the reason why I'm actually taking organic chemistry lab a little bit later than when I took Orgo 2 is because, as I said before, it's very time consuming, and I also didn't want to mess up any chances of me doing well in organic chemistry 2. And I still want to change the time for organic chemistry lab, so I'm definitely trying to see when the section I want opens. And the reason why I'm taking system physiology and organic chemistry lab is because I want to make sure to do well in preparation for the MCAT. Also, next semester, I'm planning on moving back to school just to get a better routine and more dedicated study space. And mainly I want to try to get a similar healthcare experience I'm getting at home to school, whether that's volunteer experience or an actual job. And also, I want to possibly vlog more in school as well. So let me know down below if you guys want more vlogs when I move back to Rutgers for the semester. And lastly, this upcoming semester I want to start planning my study schedule in preparation to take my MCAT towards the end of the summer. So as I heard from other students, organic chemistry lab, the final actually ends a month before the actual semester ends. So I was planning on starting probably around, let's say, April. And then I said before, studying throughout the entirety of the summer and then taking it at the very, very end of the summer, right before the fall semester starts. If you join me ranting about this past semester, make sure you click the like button and also comment down below on what you learned throughout this past semester. I'll see you guys next time, and peace.